We're back. Playoff edition, guys. 915 High School Football Inside the Show. I'm your host, Chase Smith, with my guy, Brent Holman, Mario Rodriguez to my left. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Before we do that, I just want to, here at the show, I just want to say best wishes to all those seniors that played hard this year, to your future endeavors, whether it's another sport. Finish hard in the classroom, because you never know who's watching. There's always opportunity to play elsewhere, okay? So we just want to say congratulations to you guys on a tremendous 4 years of high school football.
Hey, my message won't be for the seniors. Trey took care of that. Congratulations to the seniors. My message would be for the underclassmen who watched some of those seniors. Not all of them, but some of those seniors have played their last football game in high school. And for the most part, when you come into high school, you're guaranteed 40 games. That's it. And I think a lot of kids don't understand that. A lot of kids come in as freshmen and think they're all going D1. And I think they just got to realize that every single game is usually, they're limited to 40. And that's about it. Maybe 42, 43. Go on a big playoff run. And you just don't realize until like those seniors you just talked about, and it hits. And it hits 00. And you're not going to the playoffs, and it's that last game, then you kind of realize it might be done for me. So I think it's really congratulations to the seniors, but I think it's more so also kind of like a word to the wise, to the underclassmen, that you got to understand that there is a finite amount of games you're going to get in high school, even with playoffs. And I think they got to understand that and take it, to heart a little bit.
To go off of what both of you are saying, I've been thinking about it a lot lately, specifically because you have those seniors that, unless you got playoff games or a D1, D2 scholarship coming, most of these kids aren't going to walk on. They're not going to try anything else, and thank you to those kids who gave everything they had to their sport, to their program, to their school and their community. Like you said, to those juniors, sophomores, underclassmen that think that they're going to continue to play forever, their days are numbered as well. I just want to say, kind of touching on what you said, is you don't want to end it as your last game without playoffs. You want to make sure, if that's the way it ends, you want to put in every last ounce of effort you had, and don't do it your senior year because, hey, it's our senior year. No, do it now as freshmen, do it now as sophomores, do it now as juniors, because you know what? When you're a senior, you enjoy your senior year. You put in that hard work now, and that goes out to all the underclassmen. You got to work now. If you think you're working hard, guess what? Someone is out working you on the other side of town. So make sure you're leaving everything there. That way, by the time your senior year comes, it's just a cakewalk. You're enjoying it. You left it all out. There's nothing you could have done to change the outcome. And you go home feeling very nice and comfortable. Why? Because you enjoyed it. You don't want to have that regret later on down the road.
Yeah, so before just continue on with everything, hey, as we all know, we've all been there. You earn your scholarships your sophomore and your junior years. All right, moving forward, we're going to talk about last week, our game of the week. Let's keep this quick. Del Valle took care of Bel Air 42-17 for first place in district. Give me a couple things that Del Valle succeeded on, Brent, that helped them pull away.
I think they limited the big plays of Bel Air. I think it was almost kind of a repeat of what we had a year ago in the district closer, where I just think it's hard for Bel Air, who spends a lot of time out athleting people. They're not really kind of like a big running at you kind of team. They just out-athlete you. They spread you out. They throw it, And I just think they have a hard time out-athleting teams. Now, what they did, they were improved enough to where they could out-athlete Parkland this year, barely. I think last year they couldn't. They've improved. They're a better team for sure. Little bit of drops for key players from Parkland, but they can out-athlete Parkland this year. I still just don't think that core from Del Valle from last year did not leave, and it's hard to out-athlete those guys. and that's what the Bel Air scheme was going to be. We're going to throw it deep. We're going to spread you out, throw it deep. We're going to run when we can to keep you honest, but we want to throw it deep and have big explosive plays, and I don't think they could. And it was close for a little bit, and at the end, the game just got away from Bel Air.
Yeah, Marlon. So, what did Bel Air really needed to do to be able to keep this game close and try to come away with the win? That just didn't happen.
Bel Air or Del
Bel Air.
Bel Air. I think what they needed to do was kind of just not let the game get away from them. I think they fell behind a score or two and then just let the water flow, where they could have made a stop, maybe got some more points or something and stayed within the game, made it a little bit more manageable. But I think once Del Valle took that 2-score lead, that was it. I think Bel Air put their heads down and just let it go. I thought they had athletes to kind of compete. We all know what Del Valle brings, but Bel Air has a group of good role players and good key positions that could have helped them stay within that game a little longer, to where maybe the pressure turns up on Del Valle. And then Del Valle starts kind of maybe seeing where that pressure's at. But I think Bel Air kind of caved in a little too early. They made a good run for a good while, but once they caved in, it was pretty much over after that.
All right, so you guys heard it there. Congratulations to Del Valle, district champions for back-to-back years.
I think it's 3 years, though.
3 years in a row.
No.
10 years in a row. No, I'm just missing.
2 years.
No, because it's 2 years in a row. Because 3 years in a row, they were not
district
district
alignment
champions.
is a-
It was 5A D1, and Chapin was district
Gotcha.
champion.
Correct.
So
Okay.
it's
So
2 years. in a
2
row.
years. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a trip down to Del Valle Conquistador Stadium as the Conquistadors take on the traveling Amarillo Tascosa Rebels Friday 7 p.m. at their stadium. It's definitely gonna be a good one. Tascosa's heavy run game, triple option against Del Valle's spread attack led by Mr. Fetty. Mario, tell me a little bit about Del Valle and what they have to do to pull away.
Del Valle has everything in its power to win this game, everything in its power to lose it. We know Tascosa is very, very talented. Del Valle, all they have to do really stay focused, don't get down on themselves, stick to their game plan, spread the ball around. You have athletes all over the place, offense and defense. Don't expect one guy to make every defensive play. Have all these guys. You got guys from sophomores all the way to seniors that are studs all across the board that can make a play. Call their number, man. Call their number. Get them all involved, and if it's a good team effort, it'll be a good team win.
Okay. And Tascosa's don't know what they gotta do to run away.
So real quick though, just a caveat on what Mario said with Del Valle. The big thing with that Tascosa team and the option is playing defense against an option based offense is very, very assignment based, and it's oftentimes when you're playing defense against especially if it's a triple option team, a lot of times it's very assignment based, and it'll stress the defense out because a lot of times, man, I want to go make that play, but I got to play the pitch man. I want to go make that play, but I got to play the quarterback. And then you just get a little bit greedy and you make a mistake, and then boom.
60 yards.
Or you're some defensive tackle who hasn't got enough tackles on the season, and all of a sudden you want to make the play on the outside, and then there's that 290-pound fullback that just went by you on the first part of it. And it's just really hard sometimes because, again, it's assignment-based football that plays on the weakness of the defense. So I think that's a really big part of what Del Valle needs to do on their defensive side of football, and just be very assignment and fundamentally sound. And I think that'll pay off a lot for them, and just be comfortable in that role that not to overlook a team. Hey, as far as Tascosa, run the football, keep the play, keep the ball out of Fetty and that offense's hands. That'd be the big thing, because again, I don't know what their defense is like, and again, it's hard to gauge.
Right.
Because sometimes that number 4 seed comes down here, punches us in the mouth, and then we're all shocked.
It's all that
Like it was a freebie. But 2 years ago, I seen Caprock come down, and we had to go for 2 on the last play of the game to beat them. I seen that number 4 seed come down last year and punch Del Valle in the mouth. So I think they got to embrace that role, come down here, and just understand that they're as much as in the driver's seat, man, and I'm sure they'll travel well and do the things they need to do to win.
Yeah, they're 4-6, but that record means nothing. And just to kind of cop up both of you guys with Tascosa in, if them DBs fall asleep, they're going to get beat over top for that pass too, because triple option sets up that pass for sure. Winner of them, of course, has a good shot at making it to third round. So who you got in this game, Mario?
I have Del Valle.
Brent?
I'm going to take Del Valle, but I think it's going to be a close one.
I'm going to take the upset here, guys. I'm going to take Tascosa, and I think because I think they're going to have a good game plan to face against that 3-3-5 defense. Playing a 3-3-5, you get to blitz from everywhere, but hey, you want to blitz from the outside. That's why I'm gonna run dives the whole game and just chew up the clock. 16.
It's part one of triple. It's part one of triple.
Triple, yeah.
Boom. And then I keep going down.
With those offenses, you go on that long 12-minute, 13-minute drives. Taking one quarter up into the next 13-play drives. That just kills the momentum.
I've been in a game where I lost to 6 dives being run on you in a row, and it's like I got a news flash for you. If that dive is 3 yards every time, it just keeps happening every time, and it's like 3,
one down, yeah.
3,
first down,
3. It just keeps going, and it's like it's a morale breaker. So you gotta watch for it.
Yeah, definitely.
So that team that whoever wins this game plays the winner of
Midlothian and Justin.
Are those teams from Fort Worth?
Yes. Midlothian is. I don't know about Justin Northwest, but I mean, hey, that's how we go and play the game, right?
Right.
All right. So let's go to 4A.
Riverside.
And let's talk about Riverside gets a rematch game against Big Spring from last year, where Big Spring
2-8 Big Spring.
2-8 Big Spring, where Big Spring upset them on a last-second field goal to win the game. So let's talk about this a little bit. Big Spring, Mario, what do they got to do to slow down that high-powered offense?
Like everything else, I think keeping the ball away from a very good offense is the best way to do it, by slowing the clock down, running running the ball as much as possible. And then whenever they do have the ball and they happen to score on you, don't keep your head down. Make sure you have, and I'm going to say it over and over and over and over, a plan. You got to have a plan for everything. Plan to be down, plan to be up, plan to run the ball, plan to be stopped, plan to throw the ball, plan to do something. Because when you don't come up with a plan, it's very easy to fold under pressure and just let that ball game get out of hand.
Brent. So, again, talking about Riverside as the home, as the favorite. Again, I'm just going to go with remember what happened last year. Kind of touched on it just a little bit with Del Valle. However, I don't think that part is as big a factor for Riverside. I think, they need to really, really just that's the one big thing. I think they easily should win this, but again, the big thing is don't take it lightly, don't half-ass it through the week. Good practices, lock in, and I think it should be easy win for them.
Yeah, there's actually a chance, Riverside does win they can make this 3 deep, because the next game too, they're both is winnable as well.
Yeah.
But that's why you take it week by week. It's the playoffs. So let's go ahead and finish this out, man, and to make our picks for the rest of these playoff games here. Going back up to 6A, you got Eastwood hosting Friendship. Fireworks. Marlo, who you got?
Eastwood.
I almost want to say big, but I'll just say Eastwood.
Yeah. Winner plays Carroll or Boswell.
I will take Eastwood. Because I think their defense is going to make the right play at the right time.
And they always do every game.
Yeah,
They make that one play.
Only difference maker though is
their defense puts. Now I tell you what, I don't want to say it like, well, I don't want to let it feel like that's kind of like some accident. But I think if you notice with their defense, they're always in a position where you have to do one thing to beat them at the end. You know, so it's like at the end of the game, they're in a position where you have to pass and hurry up and get down. You know, and it's like
Nate
that's
Ross,
bad.
friend of the show.
Yeah.
Nick Mendes, yep.
And I think, the last time they played a team with speed, they got beat. Friendship got a lot of speed over there. And they got
receivers.
they got 3 receivers that got speed, and they got a brother-to-brother connection with quarterback and receiver. So they got everything spot on. So we'll see how that goes with how Eastwood plays as well. I think John and Mr. Serrano and Conrad, they all have to have a big red. They all have to have a big game up front in order to win this game. Evan has to carry. Evan has to do Evan things for Eastwood to win this game. We're gonna move forward. El Paso Americas takes on Midland High Friday 6 p.m. Down in Midland. I'm gonna make my pick. I got Midland big in this one. Mario,
I got America's pulling it off.
Brett.
I'm not gonna put a score on it. I'm just gonna say Midland, just because right now it started good for Americas, but it seemed like the last almost half of the season, almost 3 quarters, was a lot of we don't know which kind of
Midland
Americas.
lost 2 in a row. Don't
Yeah,
forget
they've
that.
lost 2 in a row, Midland, so
Midland
kinda
has
really-
lost 2 in a
Sophomore
row.
quarterback, playoffs, big stage, and I tell you what, Mark Moore has a chip on his shoulder right now.
I don't have an American shirt to wear because I picked wrong. I put it on gladly. Again, just the way I see it.
Midland's offense line is massive, and they run a triple option out of pistol as well, so that may give America's fits. Lone Wolf. Let's go ahead and move on to 5A D1. We already talked about Delvia already. Let's go ahead and talk about Abilene taking on Hanks. Hanks got to take almost a 6-7 hour drive down to Abilene to play. Hanks had a great year, but I got Abilene in this one.
Abilene.
Make that easy. They play on Thursday, by the way.
Good luck though, Hanks.
yes,
What's
sir.
wrong?
safe travels.
This
Same
is
travels for sure.
Lubbock Cooper takes on 6-4 Parkland. Lubbock Cooper 7-3. Parkland has to take a 4-hour trip down to Lubbock. I got Cooper in this one as well.
Same. Proves wrong.
Yes.
Sincerely.
And Bel Air 8-2 faces the Amarillo Sandys at 5-5. First home game for Bel Air in a long time in the playoffs. I'm gonna go with my EP team here. I'm gonna take Big Red.
Go first, Mario. I don't want it on me. I want you to go first.
I got Big Red in this one, man. I
What
think
kind of offense does Amarillo?
I don't know, but they're in a tough district. I mean, I got Big Red in this one. I'm gonna go for it.
I'm gonna have to go with Amarillo. Sorry.
Brent.
And I'm gonna call it an upset, even though I don't think it would be an upset. That district's a lot tougher than,
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I tell you what.
and it's gonna be.
That district went 4-0 against us last year. And I already picked us to win 1.
So you can't
I
be
don't know if
close.
I can't go 2. I can't go 2.
Oh!
I think I'm gonna go ahead and take I'm
Amarillo.
gonna take the Amarillo on this one.
Kenny,
Yeah, but Bel Air,
have
I
some
hope
BA
y'all
shirts
do.
ready.
I hope you all do pull it off. You guys got some stuff
Kenny.
out there.
Kenny,
Have some Bel Air shirts ready, dog.
extra medium
Extra medium.
and 2X
Medium.
if y'all win,
Mix it
man,
up.
and we'll wear them on the next shirt.
Hey,
Sure.
so it's
You have to
balanced.
put rat poison on it.
It's a balanced offense.
Yeah.
Rushing and passing, they're
Mhm.
pretty much
So
equal.
let's see. So high powered against balance. All right. D2 Region 1. Canutillo against PD. Amarillo Paladuro is what it is. I got Canutillo in this one. They play at 3 p.m. on the Smurf turf. I'm gonna take Canutillo in this one.
Canutillo as well.
Kind of feel.
Yep.
Big. All right. Burgess has to take a long trip to Oklahoma to play Wichita Falls Rider. Sorry, Burgess. Congrats on making the playoffs, but
The biggest thing right now is what's the temperature? It gets cold out there.
Yeah,
That
sure.
stadium was cold last year, so
it's probably
I'll tell you
it's probably
what.
gonna be cold again.
it's a long trip. I don't know how Burgess is gonna do it. Chapin, we went. The halfway point was like Midland, and we watched the games in Midland on Thursday, and then the next day we went to Wichita Falls, and it still was a long damn trip, man. So that's bad.
How
That's
far
rough.
did Wichita Falls go last year? Second round. That's it.
I think they lost in the next round. Close. They were a good team, though. They're a good team. Nice stadium. Very cold.
So yeah, so to make our picks, I think we pretty much all know who our picks are gonna be.
Yeah, I take Wichita Falls on that one.
I can't take Burgess, so I'll take Wichita.
All right.
Or Isaiah. What is it? Isaiah Ryder?
Wichita Falls Rider.
Wichita Falls Riders.
Yeah, Isaiah Riders.
Basketball player.
All right. Andrews has to take another long trip to Abilene as well to play Thursday against the Abilene Wiley Bulldogs. I got Abilene Wiley in this one. Andrews again, congrats on making the playoffs. But Abilene Wiley, I like to say that they got some cold white boys over there playing for them, man. So I'm gonna definitely go ahead and take them for sure. Them boys,
It's tough, man.
Them boys could play. I watched them last year. Them boys could play.
Wiley can play.
Wiley, nice. So I'm definitely gonna take Wiley in this one.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm going to take as well.
Yeah.
Wiley.
Yeah. All right. And our last one is the Chapin Huskies hosts the Abilene Cooper. I can't remember their mascot name. 6:30 El Paso time at Irvin's Stadium. Irvin or Austin?
It's at Irvin.
It's at Irvin. So at Irvin Shaw Stadium.
And it might be 5:30 Mountain Time.
So 5:30. So okay. So we may have it. Central
I'll double
time
check
right
on
now.
that. We'll make sure we get the right times out to you guys.
So that may be a fun game to watch. I'm going to go with Chapin on this one. I think something they have to do is maybe throw Evan at quarterback and let them athletes play football in order for them to win and don't be so one-dimensional. But I got Chapin on this one.
I got Chapin. Same reasons.
Same reason.
I'll take the team that scores the most points, to be honest. But yeah.
So Brent has Chapin for the same reasons.
Again, I got a DNA requirement to pick Chapin, so I won't even.
Cooper's like a bobcat.
Bobcat. They're red and blue. That's right.
Yep.
We talked about Riverside play against Big Spring. You know, San Alley got to take a long trip to Brownwood, Texas to play Brownwood in 4A.
Take Brownwood.
Brownwood's 9-1.
Big.
Brownwood big.
Big. They got to play on Thursday and then go back to school on Friday. That sucks.
They ain't going back to school Friday.
Well, remember it's Veterans Day, so they don't have to go back to
Ah,
school.
that's true.
Yeah.
And then Lubbock Estacado takes on Bowie in Pecos Stadium. Estacado's going to have too much speed for Bowie. I got Estacado on this
I
one.
think it's gonna be a tough game. I mean, at the beginning, first half, maybe first quarter, tough
If
game.
Bowie's able to
Yeah,
pound
I think-
the rock,
Estacado has some big boys though.
Estacado could run though too.
Yeah.
I think if Bowie's able to keep the ball in their hands, it may be a little bit closer.
Yeah, Pumba was feeling a little disrespected today about his Bowie Bears, so gotta give him some love.
You know I love Bowie. I'm a
I love Bowie,
Southside guy.
but I'm sorry, I'm picking
I
Estacado.
heard the bakery's fantastic.
Oh man,
The
Maybe,
bakery.
maybe if you guys bring some.
Next show, Bowie Bakery. Hey, listen.
That's what you should have showed up with is some pastries, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
just saying.
if you guys bring some pastries to Estacado, it may help. But
Slow
as
them
of
down.
As of right now, I don't see it happening. So I got Estacado. El Paso Austin against Andrews, both 5-5. They get to play New Mexico, guys. How fun is that? Texas football in New Mexico. Both 5-5. Andrews spread offense, freshman running back who's extremely fast.
I don't know how I like that.
Paso
I'm sorry to
Austin.
interrupt you. Texas playoff football in New Mexico. That don't sound right.
So we talked about it earlier. Let's not get too started on it, but halfway point, boom, there we go. Make your pick, Mario. Who you got?
Austin.
Brent.
Austin.
I'm gonna go against you guys. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna go Andrews on this one. And we're gonna finish off with
hey, Andrews has a nice stadium, dude. We were
Yeah,
there last
yeah.
year.
Andrews has a good team.
yeah, the Mustang Bowl is beautiful. The big Mustang.
That
team
is
on
where-
top of the hill.
The second game was at, right? That thing is nice.
Yeah, that
That
Mustang
gym.
sitting at the top. Yeah. Oh,
That gym.
The gym is
The
beautiful.
gym is it's the sunken in gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice, man. That is. It's got an aquatic center built right into it.
Yeah.
Then it's got it's not really penthouses, but it has
Like
what are
suites.
they? Suites that face the stadium.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And to finish off, Clint has to play Canyon, West Plains, and Seminole. West Plains is projected to make it to the Final Four. From a lot of the Dave Campbell Texas football guys that run that.
It's a hard day to be a Lion.
So I got
Other
West.
team.
I got West Plains in this one.
West Plains.
All right. And we can talk about what happened last week in El Paso. Just about a couple of shocker games. One being Coronado beating Mountwood.
Yep.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Other than that, didn't have.
I don't even know if you can call that a shocker though, just in 6A. because-
Coronado, every team had a chance.
Coronado was like a couple.
If you
possessions away
listen,
from the playoffs.
listen. If you're in 6A and you watch Coronado lose every game by one touchdown and thought you was gonna have an easy game, that is your fault. That is your fault for losing that game. That's just real talk.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, week 1 of the playoffs, everybody loves it. Shout out to everybody that made the playoffs this year, man. We wish you guys well. Anything, Brent?
Nope. Hey, we're to get one more game every week. Get one more game. That's it. That's all you
Already
can
got
do.
anything?
Just guys, be nice. If it's not your team, still root. We're rooting here for El Paso. Everybody here is representing El Paso. You as a fan, you're representing El Paso. Don't be a dick.
Yeah. We do. I do want to say one thing though is take this traveling as a business trip, not as a vacation. Coming from someone who took it as a vacation and got beat by 50 by South Lake Carroll, take this serious because it's good. You're gonna wish you did. If the outcome doesn't come the way you want it to be, so take it serious for you guys that are traveling players wise.
Hey, let's be honest. His
But
ass was
enjoy
gonna
the moment.
His ass is gonna get beat by South Lake Carroll if he took it serious too.
I really thought we had a chance until
Until we started stretching, bro.
He could have took it serious.
Bro,
The whole team could have took it serious. They would still get 50 put on their ass. Hey.
Listen. I got on the field and I saw how big Keeney Hill was. Knowing I have to go try to sack Keeney Hill, bro. How hard that was.
Hey.
You know how hard that was? I got him on a shoelace sack. He tried to scramble and I was able to trip him up.
Hey,
Let's be
man.
real. He tripped on the grass.
No, I actually spiked him.
But we'll give you the credit.
I got the credit. It's in my stats, dog. I never forget it. When I tell you the pocket was like this, and he just sat there,
That's the way
and I couldn't. I tried everything my way. If I beat the tackle, I countered back. There's a guard sitting waiting for me. I'm like, dude. It was so funny because our DC went into at halftime and was trying to make adjustments, and we were like, you really think we're gonna come
If
back?
only he would have took it seriously.
You really think we're gonna come back?